Okay, the country is going through a lot of ups and downs, especially in the central state of Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal. And we are talking to DIG. She's the real DIG from Bhopal. And she's playing her real self, in this movie, The Narmada Story. She'll introduce herself.
Thank you for inviting me. Currently, I've been posted as DIG, as in a women's safety branch in Bhopal. So in the film, actually, I'm playing the role of a sub-inspector. No, but I think because the stories, the way we want to put the story and the challenges faced in a small town and the issues which are raised through this film, I think it's important for the audiences to know. And moreover, my character witnesses a lot of ups and downs, what happens in a small town. And through that character, many things have been told and narrated through the story.
So nice, How different is playing a role of police inspector, on reel? And in real, you are acquainted to all the ups and downs about legality. How would you like to explain?
Actually, role of a sub-inspector is, although it's the same department, we all don the same uniform, but actually the responsibilities differ majorly, because as an IPS officer, you have a different foray and things to look around, because we have a wider perspective. As a sub-inspector, and moreover a female sub-inspector, a person goes through a lot of challenges, and even the family background, you have a lot of emotions attached with that also, as a female sub-inspector, and a female sub-inspector from a state of Madhya Pradesh, from a small town, the background which she is coming from, and all these things, and the role she's playing, the responsibility she's donning, it's very, very different from an IPS officer.
You're shouldering is really very different, But you are this film is all about the safety of women, right?
Not exactly safety of women. It upholds that justice should be there for everyone, like irrespective of a person which comes to the police and you have to narrate your story. I think it should be a norm of the day that if a person is facing a problem, is facing some kind of injustice, so I think the justice should be delivered. It's something, it's a right for every person to live a just life.
In real life, I think you are representing more so about the safety of women. That's what I heard you saying, But do you think nowadays safety of a woman, even as a police professionals, because of late I have seen so many videos, police inspectors, women, they also go through so much of abuse. They are also, sexually abused in their department, and they come up with stories like that. How do you look at this real people also suffering? Have you come across some?
Yes, there are.
Would you like to?
Yes, there are instances, of course, but yeah. I think women in any profession, any kind of profession, I think a person should be professionally sound, and you should be competent enough to uphold what the duty you have assigned to. So I think if you are like facing any kind of problem, I think a person should have that courage to stop person then and there, and to come out in public that yes, I'm not being treated well, or I'm feeling uncomfortable by such and such thing. If that is done, I think because we all are working towards getting a positive environment for women, whether it is in profession or outside the profession. But I think if women keep silent, so I think keeping silence is not a courageous thing. One has to acknowledge that something is not good which is happening, and I need to bring that thing in somebody's notice. So I think if Until and unless if you bring in somebody's notice, that problem will not be solved.
Have you come across some lately? Because, in Jabalpur, I wouldn't call it B grade or C grade cities, I'm also from Jabalpur. I've traveled all over as I spoke to you. So people who are, stationed in these cities, they come up and take up good jobs all over. So how do you look at the situation now in Jabalpur and Bhopal? Of late, you are saying that we should not keep silent, but we see silent is the best medicine. But of late, this Giribala's case, Supreme Court just now, they have restrained both the parties, the in-laws and the maternal. Supreme Court has passed an order recently, just yesterday, that you should not talk to the media. How do you look at this decision of Supreme Court? Because it's just contradictory to what you have said to me just now.
No, actually, the previous statements of Giribala Singh were portrayed not in a very good light about.
Very derogatory.
Yes, very derogatory.
Personal thing about your daughter-in-law,
Yes.
maybe even your daughter or
Yes.
son and everybody.
I think that was definitely aggravating the problem all the more.
Mhm.
And in a household like Giribala Singh's, like a person.
You have such a pivotal position.
her
How is she
daughter-in-law-
talking to the media? So,
I think if the problem is not addressed or acknowledged at the initial level, then it grows. It is something like a disease if you have. It is, if you're detected with a disease, I think then and there you should go and visit a doctor and seek help. And if you keep on hiding it from everyone,
yeah.
there is somehow it will be cured or
Poisonous and,
it will be cured in due course of time. I don't think.
It will
be.
become incurable.
Yes,
Rather
definitely.
incurable.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you, your city, your film is releasing in the right time, the Narmada Story. You are a DIG from Bhopal. And I believe, have you gone through that case of Giribala?
Yes, I'm aware of the case.
You're aware of the case, yeah. But I believe the police authorities have been pointed out, stating that they did not handle it properly. Since you meeting me in the right time, I wouldn't lose the opportunity of asking you, belonging to the police.
Police came into picture after everything was over.
Uh-huh.
If you want to address a problem like this incident, I think women need to speak. On the first day when she acknowledges something is wrong in the relationship or in the household, if something is uncomfortable, if something she notices, I need to bring this in somebody's notice. Sometimes even if you tell your parents, they might not respond in the same manner as you have expected. Or if your family does not respond in the same manner, your husband is not able to understand what is happening or what you're going through, then I think there are a lot of channels available. There are many helplines available where you can seek help from the outsiders. And I think as an educated person, a person should, whether a person is educated or not, I think the helpline numbers are also circulated widely. And we expect that if somebody is in trouble, then one should seek help from police at the right time.
So do you think your people in Bhopal from your profession are being shown in bad light?
Actually, it is part and parcel of the mechanism where we have to follow certain procedures, and police is following the duty as per the protocol.
They are unnecessarily blamed at times, I feel.
Blaming is, of course, if you have nothing to do, then the best thing is that one shifts the attention towards blaming.
Blaming, yeah, the blame game is going. And anyway, coming back to the Narmada, representing crime and murder, who better than you can explain the reality of murder and crime? How difficult it is, to get the witness. Sometimes the witness turns hostile.
Yes.
How do you look at that? When witnesses turn hostile, it becomes in your favor, I think. How would you explain it, that? And is it happening in the Narmada story as well?
Narmada Story is focusing on many different angles of a particular incident. Actually, it covers a lot of, it has a historical backdrop in which the characters are driven. Their thought process is driven by the historical happenings which has taken place in their lives. And then they are gradually reacting to the situations in that same manner. So I think, of course, getting everyone on the same platform is definitely difficult. And in the end, the movie focuses that justice is the end result which we all should seek. And it might sometimes feel difficult to deliver. It is challenging to deliver. But I think the whole system stands for justice.
I'm very sure in this film you must have seen that the justice is not delayed, because we say if justice delayed, justice denied. Since you've been from the profession, how intriguely have you helped the scripting,
Not the
and
scripting part.
You must have done certain corrections, maybe.
Not really. Just here and there, few suggestions were taken from me, and the major part, I was not part of the script writing. I was just.
But you were content with this thing,
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay.
I was limited to the acting part only.
So, DIG, looking such a beautiful girl, glamorous as well, I say, simpleton. And how do you look at your profession hereafter in the glam world? Will you continue with your profession?
I think meaningful cinema.
You will be doing.
Narmada Story is part of a meaningful cinema. The message it is going to give is huge, and the issues which it is raising is also huge. So I think more and more such stories should come up, and I'll be happy to part of such meaningful cinema.
So, but you have to seek permission, I believe, no?
That is a procedure that
you've
has
taken
to be
the
followed.
permission.
Yes.
So hereafter, whenever you will work, you'll have to keep seeking permission.
Yes, of
always.
course. Yes, of course.
Okay.
That is the requirement. Of
okay. So you will be restricted only to such characters, or will you be also donning glam role? I don't think you will be trying to do some glam role.
I think this is a very unnecessary divide which the Bollywood has made.
No, it's a glamorous world.
No, but I think
all that glitters is not gold.
Yes,
but people get so attracted by the shine of the profession.
Yes, but I think now audience want to see the real stories and the real characters, and they are more fascinated by the real stories.
Hereafter, any other film have you signed?
No, not now.
Not really. How do you place yourself after this year? How do you manage balancing the job?
I think if something of this kind of an opportunity comes up, then definitely I'll seek leave from the department and permission from the department, and I'll definitely do.
Since you are involved in this profession, when the film releases, are you also open to be, facing the controversies? Even your close kith and kin and your professional peers might point out at you,
It can happen, but I don't think there is, I never felt there is any contradiction between the job which I'm doing and the movie which I'm playing.
ये हो सकता है ना, बोलेंगे अरे ये ऐसा नहीं दिखाना था, ये तुमने ऐसे कैसे कर लिया.
There can be.
There can be. Any controversy is good, na ma'am?
No, it is not a controversy, it is just a suggestion. Of course, everyone has an opinion, and they are, of course, free to give their opinion, and free to criticize anything, free to appreciate anything. So I think we should not be that critical.
Okay. Lastly, anything you would like to, on a concluding note, because there is a queue for people, you've come all the way, everybody is so keen on interviewing you.
Yes. I think after a very long time, people will be seeing a very thoughtful, very nice film, and which is giving a very huge message. And please do not wait for any OTT release. Take out time, visit the theatre, and please watch it on a big screen.
Thank you.
Okay.